We're coming to you live from deep in the heart of Texas. Welcome to Dallas, home of Season 2 of Athletes Unlimited Basketball. We have got a dandy to kick off our 5th and final week. It's Team Hillman taking on Team Smith, a pair of rookie captains, both looking to win for a 6th time this season. What is Athletes Unlimited Basketball, you ask? Well, let me answer. It is 44 elite hoopers with an innovative scoring system where you are rewarded for positive basketball plays and dinged for negative ones, and winning quarters and games means everything. New teams are drafted each week by team captains. Top 4 point scorers are named team captains, and the teams play each other once over a 4-day span. With that, we welcome you inside the Fair Park Coliseum. Alongside Ari Chambers, I am Cindy Brunson. We're so very glad to have you along the way. The Hall of Famer Cheryl Swoops had a speaking engagement, so we didn't do too shabby with this one. You know her, the Highlight Her founder, as well as being a host and journalist extraordinaire. Thanks so much for filling in.
I'm so happy to be here week 5.
Oh, we're so glad to have you. Mary-Luz Cook is the 3rd member of our broadcast team. She will be along in just a bit. All right, I know talking to you off camera, you were super stoked about this rookie matchup here in week 5. Let's start with NaLyssa Smith. How has she separated herself this season?
So, Cindy, I love when the young ones step up, and the one word I would say is grit, which defines the whole league. NaLyssa Smith is not afraid of contact, okay? There's something to be said about her leading defensive rebounds and fouls drawn. She will get in there. She likes defense, and she likes to run, so she's effective on both sides of the floor. And I know you have some stats about her being second, really closely second, going into week 5.
Heck yeah, second on the leaderboard. Of course, Odyssey Sims is in that top spot. She has been there now for 10 days, which ties the record set last season by eventual champion Tiana Hawkins. We'll talk more about Odyssey in Game 2. I know you'll stick and stay for that. But let's continue here in Game 1. The other rookie who has shown up and shown out is Naz Hillman, and she's 3rd on the leaderboard, looking to move up.
She is 3rd, and it's funny because Alicia Gray said she's quiet in nature, but she will turn up, and turn up is what she's done. She's the 4th week serving as captain, and it could be because she set a single record of the most points on the leaderboard, but you don't do that without efficiency, right? She's efficient and a good player and really understands what it means to be effective both on and off the court and getting people to buy into exactly what you want to do.
Definitely something to keep an eye on as we prepare for Game 1 of 2 tonight. It's Team Hillman taking on Team Smith right here on the WNBA League Pass. Put your remote control down. Lineups and tip next.
AU now presents an opportunity for women to stay here, to play in front of their families.
And there hasn't been an option like this for women's basketball players in America. So I'm just super excited, 1, to be able to play stateside, and then 2, for my friends and family to be able to see me as well. Like, nobody's seen me play in America since I was, in college.
I said yes because I wanted the opportunity to play, and I've always wanted the opportunity to play domestically. I do not want to go overseas.
It warms my heart. A lot of people don't like overseas. I decided not to go overseas this year. I just didn't feel like it was right for me to do so.
It's definitely a game changer. I haven't played here in the States in a decade, since college, so it's a really great experience and a great thing for women's basketball, and I'm super excited about it.
Taking a look at our starting lineups, the captain Naz Hillman rolling out Tosh Cloud, Lexi Brown, Alicia Gray, and Jasmine Walker. NaLyssa Smith, the captain, going to Jordan Canada, who is wearing an orange jersey for the first time this season. Courtney Williams, Lexi Hull, and Crystal Bradford rounding out the starting lineup. Our friends at the Caesars Sportsbook have put together betting lines for us, and right now they say Team Hillman is favored over Team Smith by 3.5 points. Jump is won by the team in orange. That's Team Smith. Our officiating crew led by Tim Green. Sheree Mitchell and Clyde Mula. Alyssa Smith with the take, doesn't get the roll. Rebound goes out to Lexi Hall. Courtney Williams puts it on the deck, finds a lane, and a finish. We've seen that from Courtney Williams all season, Ari.
I love when Courtney just gets it into herself and gets in the rhythm of things. I know it's just the beginning of the game, but what I love from her is she will be confident in that shot of hers.
Cloud cross court to Walker, puts it on the deck, baseline jumper, nice. We're used to seeing Walker shoot the three. She's got 27 of them on the season, but that has got to make Seattle Storm fans so excited.
I know she's been moving around so much, and she's finding her footing here, finding her confidence. I know a lot of players love to find their confidence in Athletes Unlimited, so I can't wait to see how that translates to the WNBA.
Off the miss, it's Cloud pushing. Lexi Hall quickly getting there defensively. Taking a look at our leaderboard, there you see Odyssey Sims in the top spot for a 10th day in a row. Naz Hillman with the nice finish. You'll see her points move her up the leaderboard. She starts today in 3rd place. And of course, this is the week where everybody is starting to chase in earnest that hardware that's on the line. Smith up and in. She's not going to miss from there.
She loves to get in that spot. She loves the contact. She loves, I almost think she thrives in it. She just needs to be surrounded by people.
She's the top rebounder in Athletes Unlimited and has scored in double figures in every single game. Cloud thought about the three, finds some daylight, and earns a trip to the free throw line as Lexi Hull hits the deck.
Just making good decisions. She fed Naz at the very beginning, and now she's gotten herself on the free throw line. So we love when shooters make facilitation.
Week 4 was terrific for Cloud. She averaged 16 points and nearly 5 dimes per in week 4. Gets the roll on the first one, no surprise. She's an 89% free throw shooter here in AU. Last season, Tosh finished 2nd on the leaderboard. Are you surprised we haven't heard more points-wise from Tosh this season?
I think Natasha has been focused on nurturing the newer players and just really, playing mother to them instead of, that one-on-one game that will really elevate you in the leaderboard. So she's been able to facilitate what she does as a natural point guard. So I just love when I see her rubbing off on Naz. Naz was mentioning it before the game too about how much Natasha has really helped her.
Crystal Bradford three on the way is good. Her 11th triple of the season. And that puts Team Smith in front, 7-6. Walker, mid-range, splash. I'd like to see Walker healthy a couple games into her WNBA career. She suffered that torn ACL in 21. And just now, I think, looking 100%.
Don't call it a comeback. The season's coming fast approaching for the WNBA. And so, like I said, she's been going off in AU.
Yeah, 40-game season in the WNBA for the first time this season. Looking forward to that. Tosh Cloud trying to reverse, lost the handle. Courtney Williams picks it up and is on the run. Bradford thought about the three, little mid-range. That'll work.
She said both times.
Right, 5 quick points for Crystal Bradford. We know her for her rebounding, an AU best 47 O boards coming into this game this season. She can fill it up too. Team Smith with the lead by 1 in orange. Walker doesn't get the roll. Williams is there for the rebound. That's what separates court in my mind, the rebounding as a guard.
Oh, yeah.
Hillman getting the and one opportunity as the roll at the bucket is just a thing of beauty.
And here we see Melissa going up under that basket. She loves to take that contact. I can't stress it enough. I know I've mentioned it very frequently, but she's going to find her way to that line.
Smith coming off a career high on Saturday, 32 points and 14 rebounds. And she has already put up 20-plus points and double-figure rebounds 7 times this season. Nothing but net on that free throw. And this is a player in Smith who is just 1 or 2 MVP award wins away from really putting the heat on Odyssey Sims.
And the tea from last week is that she didn't get that MVP. So
she did not get that. There's nothing tea about it, man. She just did not get it for whatever reason. Jump ball is the call. And even though Cheryl isn't here, let's talk about her favorite play, the jump ball. There is no possession arrow. And here is Smith and the breakdown. An MVP just 6% of the time, but boy, I tell you what, the win percentage nearly half the time. Terrific pie chart demonstrating her prowess here in Athletes Unlimited.
Well, you know, it's player run, so just call it strategy at this point.
I like that. It'll be ball out of bounds on the side. I'm still wrapping my mind around Jordan Canada in this orange jersey. After 4 straight weeks with Odyssey Sims, I know our insider Savannah Collins is going to be along in just a bit to break down that draft day drama as we watch Canada and company work. Canada gets it back. Little jumper, doesn't fall. Walker's there with the rebound. Lexi Brown has the ball and is on the run. Jasmine Walker, somebody's in her bag early.
But when is she not, Cindy?
And it's just a 1-point game here with 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Jasmine Walker doing that thing.
A thing of beauty, and she's shooting it confidently.
She leads all scorers with 7 points. It's just a 1-point advantage for Team Smith. And of course, right now, everybody's all focused on winning the quarter and or the games, because that's where a player makes their most points in this Athletes Unlimited scoring system. You get 50 points per player for winning a quarter. You get 150 points per player for winning the game.
It's just so interesting to me because this game is so, or at least the way Athletes Unlimited is set up, is so individualistic, but you don't get high on the leaderboard unless you win those quarters, unless you win those games. There have been people who have been performing really, really high levels, but can't climb their way to leaderboard because they're not winning. So that's an interesting way to look at it.
Alicia Gray to beat the buzzer, in and out. Bradford with the rebound and is on the run, finding Lexi Hall. That's effective. Team Smith on top 14-11. Lexi Hall kicking it to Walker. Back to Gray. She thought about the three, puts it on the deck. Oh, what a silky take.
Just love watching her play basketball.
Lexi Hall with a little bit of daylight. Window closed quickly by Naz Hillman defensively. Skip past Williams. Oh, just a 2, but it was pretty.
That was such great patience for her to just sit there and spot out Courtney Williams to get the ball to her, knowing that she's a great shooter.
Team Smith on top by 3. Gray loses the handle. Hillman gets it back. Cloud back to Gray for 3. Off the front iron, long rebound, winds up with who else? Melissa Smith. She had a career-high 18 rebounds in a game last week. She basically played on one leg. It was very impressive.
One thing about Melissa, she's going to show up despite her ankle pains.
Off the mark is Bradford. Another opportunity here for Team Hillman. Cloud gets the roll. So a 1-point game again. Already, this has more intensity than any game we've seen so far here this AU season.
You see them building off a transition, and I just love a fast-paced game. I see Melissa's team, or Team Smith, decided to slow down a little bit, but just watch how they push the ball and just really claim it as theirs as they, complete the plays.
Tosh Cloud, the WNBA's assist leader, averaging 7 per, directing traffic. Hillman with the mid-range.
Money anywhere.
Particularly, though, at the elbow. She's very comfortable. You can tell she's played a lot of high pick and roll because she's used to being in that spot on the floor. Ball is taken away from Lexi Hall, bouncing to Lexi Brown. Courtney Williams trying to tie things up. Bodies go flying. Everybody appears to be okay, but Court is staying down a little bit longer. Head athletics trainer is Natalie Trotter. Her and her staff have been busy and on top of things. Courtney appears to be okay. She's a gamer. We love that about her. We thank you so much for watching Athletes Unlimited Hoops on WNBA's League Pass. another rebound. Leaving it for Burton, back to Hull for three. Who has also made 6 3-pointers today.
I see you, Lexi.
Every moment really does count. Every quarter you get points, every half, every possession, every pass, everything has a really important meaning in the scope of how you do here. And so for me, I think something I've been working on is being really efficient. Being efficient means making more shots than you're missing, passing the ball, having more assists than you have turnovers, having a positive impact when you're in the game. After each game, you'll be able to see that so drastically, I think, even more than you would have in a normal game because all those points really matter.
I think for AU to be partnering with the WNBA and to be able to have fans watch our games on League Pass, it speaks to the fact that the W can see the impact that AU is making and will continue to make. This is for women's basketball as a whole.
To see the growth of the women's game, and that AU and the W don't have to be in competition, they can actually be like supplementary to each other. It's just a win-win all around.
Fans can go from the W season straight into AU and you don't miss anything, you don't miss a beat.
The fans are in for a treat, and I hope that this partnership continues for a long time to come.
Athletes Unlimited Basketball is brought to you by the Air National Guard. To learn how you can serve your way, head to goang.com. Taking a look at pictures from our last draft of the season here in Week 5, as we have Team Hillman on top of Team Smith, 17-16. Athletes Unlimited Basketball will hold its closing ceremony following Saturday's last game between Team Smith and Team Sims to recognize the top 4 finishers on the leaderboard. So breaking down the draft, guards own the first couple of rounds. Naz and Alicia team up again. Odyssey and JC are broken up. That partnership over, and Whitney Knight makes some history as the first player in AU to wear the same color all 5 weeks, that color of gold. For more, let's bring in our Athletes Unlimited Hoops insider. She is Savannah Collins. Savannah, how's it going?
Hey, Cindy. Hey, Ari. Glad to join y'all.
Oh, thanks so much for taking the time. We appreciate you. You know I'm lost without you, quite frankly. Let's talk about Team Hillman and this consistency. Did that surprise you in that Week 5 draft, Savannah?
Not at all. I think Naz Hillman is doing something that not a lot of Athletes Unlimited captains try to do or can do, and that's build a team that plays together week to week, obviously because the rosters change. But she's one that I've seen not just in basketball, of almost any sport, that has built upon things week to week. And you see it in her practices. She likes to run systems with her team. She installs sets. And the way to do that is to have the same group week after week playing together. So this team that we're seeing right now is very similar to her Week 3 team. In fact, her first 4 picks of the draft on Sunday were the same exact 4 picks from Week 3. So I think that's on purpose. She likes that group that's played together and gets along well. They hang out together after practice, and you see how it shows up on the court, how controlled they are, how they can make subs so quickly and seamlessly. So this is definitely a part of what Naz Hillman does to win.
You know, Savannah, I know we're talking about draft. I'm going to throw you for a little loop, but a small one. You've seen Naz in practice. I want you to talk about some of her leadership skills that she shows that you've witnessed over the past 5 weeks.
Oh my gosh, my week following Naz Hillman in the Captain's Journal was fascinating for how young that she is. her basketball IQ, and she's talked about how that's a part of her game that she's really proud of, but she doesn't feel like she's had a ton of opportunity to emphasize about herself. She creates communication. Her group chat is always lighting up with her facilitator, Pokey Chapman. A lot of times they'll do things where if they're at the second game of the night, she'll say, hey, can everybody send in one thing you think it'll take to beat this team tomorrow? So it's not just what she does at practice, it's what she does all the time to have open communication with her teammates and really to install systems that work for everybody. She has got it going on, and I will gladly sing her praises.
Ooh, I feel a future coach coming on.
100%. She said that's in her eyesight for what she wants to do one day.
That is awesome.
Speaking of group chats, my group chat lit up when Melissa Smith kind of snatched Jordan Canada from Odyssey's pits. So what was that like? Did you feel the vibe from that?
Oh, yes. You know, Isabel Harrison said it best. She said, this draft is spicy, and that it was. So I asked Melissa after the draft, was that planned? Was that intentional? It wasn't. That was a decision on the fly, and it was because Isabel Harrison, with the #1 pick, took Kelsey Mitchell, who Melissa wanted. So she said, you know what? If y'all are throwing off my teams, I'm throwing off yours. And she went out and got Jordan Canada. It's the first time they've ever played together this season, and Odyssey Sims will be without her for the first time in the game later tonight. It was crazy. I think it took a minute for Odyssey to kind of figure out, what am I about to do next?
Hilarious. Thanks so much, Savannah. We're going to check in with you in the second half of our doubleheader. Until then, be cool. And if you could, just keep carrying me like you have done all season. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
All right, so it's Team Smith on top 22-19, under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. On the line for Nalissa Smith and company, 50 leaderboard points per player on the roster. Right now, the team in orange with the basketball in line to secure that bag here at the end of the first quarter. Canada surveying. Shot clock and game clock are almost identical. Melissa Smith, double teamed. That's effective. Young trying to get it to Cloud, and that is how the quarter will end. So Team Smith wins the 50 leaderboard points per player on the roster for winning this first quarter, and that is going to help Nalissa Smith in particular dig into that overall lead held by Odyssey Sims at this moment. We are off and running in the first game of our doubleheader. Team Smith on top 22-19. What will the next 10 minutes offer? Well, we're gonna find out together. Come on back.
This ball to them.
You
now?
can throw that ball.
All right, like launch it.
Yeah, he gonna get it.
Talk a little bit about your swag though that you bring.
Cozy comfort. I love just being comfortable with what I'm wearing, especially days that I'm just kind of going to the gym and chilling. I'm gonna put a white tee on. It's hot today.
I didn't get the memo clearly.
You clearly didn't get the memo. It's hot today.
But by any means, you gotta pull the fit off.
You gotta pull the fit off. I feel like I'll pull off the cozy comfort, but you know, just sticking with who I am. I feel like I figured out my style and what I like, and kind of within that, just being myself and owning it. I'm a goofy kid from Broomall. Don't matter how much money we make, like that's just who I'm gonna be.
So talk about a little bit like where you from, like how that plays a part into who you are, and then just being in the city in DC.
Absolutely. I'm from Delco, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, Broomall, but that's 20 minutes outside of Philly. So all my basketball was Philly basketball. So I just be telling people I'm from Philly.
Period.
Meeting Simone Augustus for the first time, like as a kid, very starstruck. Meeting her as an adult, still starstruck. Simone is just like on top of everything that she's done for the game, everything that she's done for LSU, the WNBA. Her character and her person is what like stands out to me the most. Having a conversation with her, you don't feel like one in a million, you feel like one of one. And I just feel like the way that she impacts each individual person and makes each individual person feel special is something that like you don't find too often in superstars. So humbly I say that Simone is like one of my favorite people of all time, and that goes on court and off court.
Welcome back to the Fair Park Coliseum. Team Smith on top of Team Hillman, 22-19. Ari Chambers and Cindy Brunson with you. A reminder, it's not too late to get your 2023 AU basketball gear, but you don't want to wait. There are limited quantities on several items, including the basketball drip crew neck, and they are going fast. So go to shop.auprosports.com before they are simply all gone and you hate yourself. We don't want you to hate yourself. All right, here's the deal. A player's biggest points boost comes from their team winning quarters and winning games here in Athletes Unlimited. That's why we are highlighting Air Hearn, because nobody has won more quarters this season than that young woman right there. 30 quarters won after Team Smith took the first quarter. And that is a great way to move up the leaderboard and help yourself and your leaderboard cause. Second quarter underway. Team Smith with the basketball and the lead. Crystal Bradford is fouled, and it looks like she has earned a trip to the free throw line. So when you look at a player like Air Hearn, what jumps out at you, Ari?
Just playing her role. This is exactly what I was talking to the facilitators before the game, and they were saying how this league is a league of playing your role, knowing where to go, and she's just right there where she needs to be. Also, Cindy, I want to touch on the crew neck. Those basketball crew necks are very, very cute.
Ooh, okay.
They might match. We might need a custom Cindy Brunson heel with those.
You know I got that on lock. Thank you, Hourglass Footwear, south of Seattle, for always hooking me up. Whenever I desperately send you a pair of blank booties or heels, you guys come through, making my dreams reality. So it is Team Smith on top of Team Hillman, 23-19. Alicia Gray with a tough take, gets the roll. Gray averaged 20 points and 4 assists last week. She was really feeling it and has been a first overall draft pick in this league 3 separate times. Does that surprise you, Ari?
This is not by coincidence. She's one of the best two-way players in the world. I think that a lot of times in other leagues we overlook her, but we shouldn't. You see how she gets to the basket and really, really creates for herself. But she can also pull up from the outside too, and she can defend. She can do everything. And she's another one like Courtney Williams that can get up there and rebound and just elevate above all the rest of the players. So I love watching her play.
Same. Crystal Bradford with her 11th game scoring in double figures this season. She lost the handle, but that's okay until, well, if she gets whistled for this personal foul, maybe not. Lexi Brown would not be denied at the rack. Opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way, Ari.
Yeah, we see Lexi taking the ball right there where she is, cradling it, just getting the shot that she wants and drawing the contact right there. Though kind of light contact.
Brown finishing the three-point play. No surprise, she shoots 91% from the stripe. So a one-point game again, this time advantage Hillman. Lots of movement without the basketball for the team in orange, and Jordan Canada getting set to check back in for captain Alyssa Smith. Lexi Hull stripped by Tosh Cloud.
You know, when I watch Crystal Bradford, I see how she sees the floor and how she's so patient with it and allows her teammates to move through so she can get the best possible passing. So I just really like that.
Nas Hillman off on the triple try. Battle for the rebound, won by Air Hearn. And they're going to ticket Ty Young with the personal foul. So Ty Young with her second personal foul. So it will be Team Smith with the basketball, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. Both teams shooting the basketball really well. Team Hillman struggling a little bit from three. Air Hearn right at the cup. Lexi Brown trying to reverse, stripped. Tosh Cloud calling for the screen. Kicks it back out. Brown was at the logo, thought about it. Gray to beat the shot clock, no, and Bradford is there for the rebound. Unique feature here at Athletes Unlimited, we call them chair chats. I understand CeCe Andrews has stepped into the chair chat as Lexi Hull buries the three and adds to the Team Smith lead in orange. And now Hall is going to get whistled for the foul. All right, CeCe, what do you have?
How you doing?
Good. Say hello to Ari.
Ari, my girl. Yes, mama.
CeCe, my personal model and cheerleader. I love this.
Okay, you already know. You already know how it is.
I'm actually so shocked we have you sitting down in a chair. This is so unlike you.
Yeah, no. You know I'll be standing up probably in 2 seconds.
Okay, CeCe, here's the deal. You're back with Nalissa for a second straight week. Are you happy about that? What's going through your mind?
It's actually like 4 straight weeks. I think I've been teamless other than my first week.
Okay. I know in orange.
Yeah. And it's been great. Me and Liz, like, she's mad cool, as you see. She loves me and I love her. So I really like this team. I think we have a lot of the same members coming back. We added a couple new ones. So I've been excited. She's a great captain, so I'm happy to be here.
There's so many times where I look to the bench and I see you just jumping up and down, cheering for your teammates. What makes this league so easy for you to cheer on your teammates?
It really is the girls, honestly. Like, it's high-level basketball. I mean, I'm a fan of basketball, so I think half of it is me. I just love watching basketball, and then the other half is, like, some of these girls are my friends, and they're mad cool. So, like, why not root for your friends? Yeah, I want everyone to do well. So it really is just, I want my girls to do well, and I want to win. So that's what I try to bring to the table.
I know you are currently on the roster of the individual that is in the second position on the leaderboard. Has there been conversation about doing whatever you guys can to get Nalissa to that top spot?
I don't think there's been talk, but I mean, I want her to get up there. I think we've had the opportunity to help her out. We blew one last Saturday, so I'm taking it personal. All my losses have been the Team Odyssey. So yeah. Every time I went 2-1, it's the Team Odyssey. So I think for personal reasons, I really want to get it back for Nalissa because we haven't been able to kind of get over that hump. But I want to win for her. Like I said, she's a great captain and a great person.
I know Nalissa's goal right now is to climb to the very top, tippy top of the leaderboard. What have your goals been for this league and just how you perform in it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it was just a building off of last season. Yeah, I think for me, it was building off of last season. I think, like I said, I came into this season with more confidence. One, I wanted to have more fun. Wanted to make more friends.
Whoa. More fun?
Oh, yeah, you can always ramp it up. You can always ramp it up.
Because you always seem to be at like 110.
No, you can keep going.
Okay.
I'm not at infinity yet. But yeah, no. And I just came in with more confidence. You know, I still haven't played much this season, but I think when I want to go in there, I just want to make sure I'm having fun and playing my game. So yeah, Air, you see that? Turn me up. That's my girl, Air. My LA girl. But yeah, no. I just wanted to have more fun and really just learn from these girls. Everything that they have to offer, just kind of soak it all in. Because once I go home, it's back to that grind. So yeah.
CeCe, I want to do a little role play right here.
Okay.
Since you haven't been a captain.
Oh shit! Shoot, sorry. Oh my goodness.
It's totally fine. This is great. This is your chair chat. Cindy and I are on your team.
Yes.
How do we succeed in Athletes Unlimited? What are some pointers for you to give to us?
I think the biggest thing is team wins are so important. Quarter wins are so important. Like, sometimes you win a game, but you may drop 3 quarters. Like, for me, that's not a win, if I'm being quite honest with you. The key to winning this game is kind of trying to win at least 2 quarters and the game. And it's really about the team. I mean, individual stats are great, but if you're efficient, you're taking good shots, and you're helping your team win, like, that's how you get to the top. Like, you think someone like Nas, like, she shoots so efficient. Her stats, obviously, she has the double-doubles, but she doesn't do anything crazy. She's efficient. She leads her team to win, and that's how you get to that top of the leaderboard. You see the same thing with Odyssey as well. So it's just about being real constant each week. She with us! She with us!
And for those of you who don't know, the she with us means the opposing team has made a mistake to do something to benefit you all.
Yes, ma'am.
I absolutely love it. AU Basketball Sportsmanship Award winner in the inaugural season, CeCe Andrews, thanks so much for sharing some time. Get back to it. Get in this game. Let's talk about
thanks,
you.
Ari, you look great, baby.
Thank you both.
Bye.
Oh, okay, so I don't look great?
You look impeccable.
You've been here. You've been here.
The girls could never, Cindy. The girls could never.
All right, so Team Smith on top 31-26. Alicia Gray off the mark from 3, and just to emphasize what CeCe was talking about, these quarter wins and game wins are hypercritical here in the final. week of Athletes Unlimited Pro Women's Basketball. You get 50 points for winning a quarter, which Team Smith has already done one time today, and you get 150 points per player on the roster for winning the game. With that, we are going to step aside. It is Team Smith on top by 5, 31-26. Grab a snack and come on back.
My athlete cause this year is Beyond Type 1. It's a foundation for type 1 diabetes, which hits directly home for me with my older sister, Crystal.
I am playing for the Black Heart Association, and I am playing for it because I think it is so important to be educated on heart health, especially in the Black community.
The cause I chose to play for is the Ronald McDonald House in LA, and I wanted to play for this cause is because I really love kids and the youth, and I think it's extremely important to give back, and I think what Ronald McDonald is doing is super important, especially for kids who are struggling with illness.
The cause I'm playing for this season is the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, and I chose this because Kobe has had such a big impact on women's sports and promoting women's sports, and I just think that's what we need more of in the world, and that's something I want to play more for.
Athletes Unlimited is working with a nonprofit, Culture City, to be sensory certified. What that means is for anybody coming into our venues with sensory needs, say PTSD or autism or dementia, they're going to come in, they're going to have a welcoming experience. Had training from Culture City, all of our staff are trained. We've got these great sensory inclusion bags. They've got some headphones and some other fidgets and so forth. We've got an amazing sensory inclusive space. If somebody needs a little quiet time, they can come in, take some space in the venue. We want to make sure that anyone who comes to our venue is going to have a wonderful experience, and that is inclusive for everybody involved. That's a commitment for Athletes Unlimited. Anyone who comes to our venue should be having fun, should be enjoying themselves, and it's up to us to make that experience what they need. So we're really excited. We're really proud of being sensory certified by Culture City, and it's going to be a great season.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops. I'm Mary Luce Cook. An exciting game that we've got here between Team Hillman and Team Smith. And I tell you what, as we're in week 5, everyone seems to be extremely focused on the leaderboard, and with good reason. But that's everyone except for Naz Hillman, because she's turning away from that and she's turning her attention to those around her. So I asked her facilitator, Pokey Chapman, pregame about this, because Naz told me that she's focused on the quarter wins and game wins and trust that everything will just be the icing on the cake. And so Pokey Chapman said, yeah, she's not focused on the leaderboard at all. And when I asked Pokey if she feels that that's part of what makes Naz so successful, she said that it could be. Again, rather than turning inward, she's focused on those around her, like building chemistry with teammate Alicia Gray, who she'll be playing with in Atlanta in the upcoming WNBA season. And like we've been told by her teammates all season long, she uplifts others, she seeks input, she isn't afraid to make in-game decisions that could be extremely tough, but she's just encouraging the people around her, and they want to play for her as a result of that. So again, not focused on the leaderboard itself, and we'll see how that works to her benefit in this week 5.
Thanks so much for that, Mary Luz. Appreciate you. Air Hearn with 8 of the last 11 points scored by Team Smith, as she is feeling it. Melissa taking her opposing captain to the cup, comes up empty. Tosh Cloud on the run, leaving it for Gray. Tried to dump Hearn. That's what's been so impressive with Air Hearn, her defense. Hillman's not going to miss from there, and it's just a 4-point advantage for Team Smith. The defense for the team in orange, Ari, had been great, holding Actually, Team Hillman had held Team Smith without a bucket for about 3 minutes, but Team Smith, thanks to Air Hearn, has figured it out offensively.
You know, it's interesting to me because Nas was saying how the goal for her team was to stop ball. That's what she wants to do. She knows Jordan Cannon is the type of guard that wants to push tempo and push it down the court. And if you just need to get in front of her, almost at the half-court point, like you and Cheryl were talking about last game, Nas was right on the point with that. So that was a focal point for them.
Nice little flurry of baskets for Team Hillman to make it a one-possession game as Cloud finishes at the cup. And so with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, it's Team Hillman on top by 1. Bradford leaving it short. That's about the only thing that hasn't worked for her. She's the only player in double figures on Team Smith with 10. Walker, turnaround jumper, doesn't get the roll. Hillman battling for the rebound, but tips it to Hearn, who gets it ahead to JC. She's looking for numbers, skips it to Bradford, step through, and we'll call that an assist.
Yeah, you know, it didn't finish with Crystal, but I love the fluidity with their offense tonight. It's just really something special to witness right now, especially Jordan to Crystal. It's been really, really cool.
Courtney Williams and Lydia Rivers getting set to check in for Team Smith in orange. Cloud earning a trip to the free throw line, inducing a foul against Crystal Bradford. A reminder, the Athletes Unlimited Fantasy League is in its final week, but you can still sign up now and play for free. Be your own captain, draft 4 players, and compete on the leaderboard to earn prizes. Create your team at auprosports-com/fantasy.
I mean, tweet at us. How y'all doing in fantasy?
Right?
I haven't gotten any updates.
I know. Tosh Cloud able to connect, no surprise, 89% free throw shooter on the season. She had the first triple-double in AU history, and it was her first personal triple-double in her life as a hooper as well. That was in season 1.
Athletes Unlimited, setting personal bests.
Right?
It's good to see Courtney back out there. I'm glad she's okay.
It's amazing when you know you have a good team when Courtney Williams comes off the bench for you.
You know it.
So it is Team Hillman on top by 1, getting the turnover. Gray hanging on to it, walking the tightrope, trying to swing it back to Taj Cole, but Courtney wasn't going to have any of that. So with 2 minutes to go, it's Team Hillman leading the quarter by 1, and those 50 leaderboard points that are on the line per player on the roster. Another turnover. I think everybody's trying to be extra generous at the basket. Just shoot.
Just shoot the ball.
Gray off the mark. Hillman trying to hang on to it and does. Kicks it out to Cole. Back to Gray for 3.
That extra pass was so necessary right there. She got the shot that you want.
Take the great shot, not the good shot. And this is worth another look, Ari.
Yeah, let's see it. You see Nas dealing to Taj, and it's a great ball movement. They circled the ball right to the wing with Gray, and that's the shot that she won.
A reminder, for every 3 made during this year's Athletes Unlimited basketball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees heading into this week. 3,620 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration support. As Lexi Brown likes to say, we are planting an entire forest.
We have a forest, y'all. The trees are raining and the trees are being planted.
Team Hillman on top 37-36 as Gray's three-pointer, just the second triple on the day so far for Team Hillman, but it was effective and gave Team Hillman in blue the lead. Also, Team Hillman leading in this quarter by 4 points. So in line for that 50 leaderboard points per player on the roster as we close out this first half of play. $1.5 to go on the clock before we hit halftime. Courtney Williams trying to shake Cloud. Williams getting it back to Rivers. Canada recognizing the shot clock is getting low. Step through by JC, that'll work.
That's her signature. She loves to get close to the basket. She loves to drive.
So Team Smith back on top, 38-37. Cloud Off the mark, Hearn with the rebound, and on this possession, Team Smith can tie or take the lead in the quarter with those 50 quarter points on the line. The captain denied at the cup. Terrific block by Jasmine Walker.
Doing all the things. Look at her in perfect position to read it and get right in front of it and smack that ball. That was such a clean block.
And to not foul with the body.
I know, just perfect, perfectly placed.
And so it'll be ball out of bounds underneath for Team Smith in orange. Again, looking to tie or take the lead in this quarter. Team Hillman leading the second quarter 18-16. Team Smith leading the game by 1. The captain at the elbow, no. Lydia Rivers, O-board, no. Smith blocked by Walker again, and Rivers is there to clean up the mess.
You see how Jasmine Walker always gets a hand on it. She's always there, and I love that about her. She's present, and she never really leaves the ball.
And so that basket tying the quarter at 18 points apiece, and a technical foul has been issued on Nalissa Smith, the captain, getting ticketed with the T. So it will be Lexi Brown to shoot the freebies. Brown gets the first one to go. No surprise there, 91% from the stripe, and it's Team Hillman with possession of the basketball. So not only does Team Hillman now have the lead in the quarter 19-18, but on this possession can tie or take the lead in the game because of that technical foul on the captain, Smith.
This is why every little detail counts. That is 50 points. 50 points. It could be a swing moment.
Walker, 3 on the way. Off the mark, and Nalissa is there for the rebound emphatically. Here's Jordan Canada pushing. Shot clock is off. She gets it to Courtney Williams. 5 seconds. Air Hearn 3 is good with 2.3 seconds on the clock.
You told us about her. You told us about her, Cindy.
I'm telling you. Air Hearn with 11 points to lead all scorers, and Team Smith wins back-to-back quarters and the 50 points per player on the leaderboard that goes with it. What do you see here,
Forgive me for calling her a role player then. I mean, she is shining like the bright star she is, and you see Courtney with those quick hands. She's not letting up. That play was not over. The time was not out. You cannot let Courtney just read that like that.
So Team Smith on top 45-38 and winning that second quarter. So 100 points in win points for the first 2 quarter victories for Team Smith and the lead at the half. It's time to kick it over to our colleague Myra Luz Cook. She's got you set for halftime. Sit back and enjoy.
Now I've been a GQ model. I have the most win points here at AU. I'm a winner, that's all I do. For me, it's just easy. This season compared to last season, they're both fun. I think this year I'm a lot more comfortable. I mean, last year you probably didn't see it, but I was very kind of out of my element as I hadn't played, like I said, professionally for 3 years. So I was definitely a little kind of shook that first season. But I think this season it's like, oh no, you got invited back, like you do belong here and you have something to bring. The new girls always surprise me. I'm seeing 23 new girls to 21 old ones, so it really impressed me, like a great bunch of girls. I mean, I've been on team list for 3 weeks in a row, and I mean, just the kindest, funniest, silliest, goofiest person ever, and you wouldn't know that, you know, seeing her on the court, but the list is just so freaking cool. I mean, great basketball as well. The level, I think, has ramped up from last season too, so just seeing how everyone's playing against each other, everyone on the roster can play high-level basketball, so I think it's a lot more competitive this season, and it's, as we see on the leaderboard and the captains each week, it's been showing. I don't think I got trash talking from anyone. It's just me. Like, I see it, I say it. Tell the girl that I won't scream if you make your shots. Yeah, so some of my infamous trash lines. A big move is just like a big move. That's a big move! I mean, I love a big guard. They don't try to tell me I'm a big guard, but I feel like I'm one sometimes. But no, just like a big move is just like, oh, like you really stuck it to her, like they couldn't guard you, like just a big move. She's with us. That's one of my favorite ones to say. But that means like, no, she's on our team. Like she misses a shot, like she did that for us. You know, she's not really for her team. She wants us to win. Probably one of the most disrespectful ones too, I would say for sure. No, it's just a big one. Like I usually say it when like someone takes a shot that's like not really in their repertoire. Arrows, that's a 3-point. When we're shooting, I mean, what was it, the TP, when we had TP, air, it was a lot of arrows going, we were letting it fly. That just means like we're slinging the ball, we're shooting it. It's target practice for us at this point.
Welcome to the Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops halftime show. I'm Mary Louise Cook coming to you from Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas, Texas, where every moment counts. It's been a fun first half between Team Hillman and Team Smith, with Team Smith taking those first 2 quarters. And speaking of quarter wins, we know that those are very important here. And Air Hearn leads all athletes here at Athletes Unlimited with 32 quarter wins this season. And also in general, just out of all Athletes Unlimited athletes in history, with 63 quarter wins in her 2 seasons that she's spent here. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at what she had to say about her mentality and how her energy is a little different this season compared to last season.
Air Hearn for 3. She knew that was good. The back pedal said it all.
Last year with Athletes Unlimited Season 1, my mentality was kind of like a barrier for me, more like an obstacle. And this year, like how you see my energy is different, you know, so my mentality is, it's better. My confidence is here. When I meet Air, when I am confident in myself, I have the potential to be so unstoppable, and just the thought of that makes my heart smile.
Well, I am sure that Earhart's heart is singing a lot tonight, as she is leading all scorers with 11 points. Taking a look here at games played versus points per game. 11 points for her tonight. Very exciting to see. And that's just in the first half. So looking forward to see what else we will see from Air Hearn tonight. Now you can come see Athletes Unlimited basketball live in Dallas. Get great seats, player autographs, shoot on the court post game, and more, including Friday's Pride Night and AU Progress Pride giveaway. You can buy your tickets today at auprosports.com/tickets. A lot more Air Hearn coming our way in the second half, but for now, we are going to take a short break. I'm Mary Louise Cook here on your halftime coverage. I'll see you on the other side.
I'm playing for the Leisure Clarendon Foundation, and it's a foundation that meets the needs of trans people for healthcare. And I just love to play basketball, and it's going to directly impact like this foundation that I started, which is my story, which is the story of so many people. I had top surgery in 2021. With health insurance, I think out of pocket, I still ended up paying like $5,000 or $6,000. And so to access for healthcare for trans people are like really difficult. And so I started this foundation to like meet those needs for trans people. And we partner with Athletes for Impact. They were just so grateful to have people that like cared. And they were like, wait, you play basketball and you're professional and you went to Cal and like your story and you're the first trans person to play in the WNBA. Like you could see their wheels turning and just their faces lighting up about like what this potential partnership is. Knowing this money is like directly going to something I have so personally experienced and has changed my life and my mental health and my overall well-being, that like we're giving that access to someone else who like is a part of my community. It's like the coolest thing ever.
Air Hearn's three. She knew that was good. The back pedal said it all.
Last year with Athletes Unlimited Season 1, my mentality was kind of like a barrier for me, more like an obstacle. And this year, like how you see my energy is different, you know, so my mentality it's better. My confidence is here. When I meet Air, when I am confident in myself, I have the potential to be so unstoppable, and just the thought of that makes my heart smile.
My cause I'm playing for is the American Heart Association. I mean, it's very dear to me because my younger brother, he played football for 3 years at Georgia Tech, and in his senior year, he found out he had a heart condition. So, I mean, it's amazing the doctors caught it because it could have ended tragically. Playing for my brother is great. I mean, we're very close. I mean, we were 1 year apart, so we basically grew up together. So that's my cause because that means something close and dear to me.
Welcome back to the AU Pro Hoops halftime show. It's special to see what Alicia Gray is playing for this season because, of course, her points by game, it's been impressive to see what she's done this AU Pro Hoop season, but what she does off the court and the reason that she's playing is certainly very important. 9 points for her in the first half tonight. A lot of fun. She has just been so dynamic throughout the season, so looking forward to seeing more from her in this second half. Now, the Athletes Causes program powered by Give Lively allows athletes to play their season in part for the benefit of the nonprofit organization of their choice. At the end of the season, the nonprofit partner will receive a grant matching 100% of the athlete's season win bonus. Now again, 9 first half points for Alicia Gray. Looking forward to seeing more from her in the second half as Naz Hillman and Melissa Smith's teams continue to battle it out. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with the second half action.
That I jumped on the opportunity because there's so many books that I would want people to read, even if you don't read the whole thing. I'm someone who's very much so big on Black women, Black women's rights in general, and I studied African and African American studies in college. So the book that I chose is called Push Out: The Criminalization of Black Girls by Monique Morris. I chose it because it kind of changed my life, my perspective. The book uses a lot of narrative as well as real factual studies. But I think at the end, she talks about some ways to decriminalize schools. It would be really great if people understood Black girls in schools, and if Black girls understood that they're not bad, they're not the problem, that these systems weren't made for them to thrive and for them to be successful. So I think it's amazing that Athletes Unlimited allows us to openly express that whatever it is. They allow us to share that with the fans, share that with the public. They let us tell it how it is from our point of view because we've lived these experiences.
Last year I was a facilitator. Every week I was with a different color, a different team. This year, my role has changed to player development for the league, which I think is a really important part of basketball. Really enjoying working with all the players and getting to know them in workouts and whatever they need to work on, whatever they want to rep. Because I always believe confidence comes from reps, and reps remove doubt. If it's the mental part of it, if it's the physical part of it, I just love being a part of their lives and helping them however I can. Whatever gifts God has given me to do that, I try to use to the fullest. I just care. I really do care. Genuinely care about them and their success and their confidence and them as people, them on the court, them off the court, and just want them just to be happy and fulfill their dreams.
Welcome back to the Fair Park Coliseum here in Dallas, Texas. We've got a dandy for the first of our 2 games tonight on the WNBA's League Pass, with Team Smith winning both the first quarter and the second quarter, holding the lead 45-38 at the half against Team Hillman. It is time to go into the game with Air National Guard and Air Hearn.
Hey, remember in transition, look for the kick up. But I heard you talking to JC about she's sleeping. I got you. Late, G. Too late. The pass, too late, G.
Give it up early.
Yeah. I'm already under the basket. I got ball, I got touch.
Air Hearn bringing it, and why not? She's already into double figures with 11 points. I'm Cindy Brunson. Thanks so much for watching this. Well, she doesn't need any introduction. Come on, it's Ari Chambers, founder of Highlight Her, journalist, host extraordinaire. All right, your impressions from Air Hearn and Team Smith in the first half.
You know, she said she came into this season a lot more confident, and you can see it. She knows where to be. She knows what to do when she has that ball in her hands, and really making it great for herself.
What pops out at you here as we take a look at her first half highlights?
You see how she's ready to shoot. As soon as she catches, no hesitation, ready to shoot. Jordan finds her, ready to shoot. She will pull that 3 for you and get those points on the board. She's made some significant leap in the leaderboard already. And look at her. She knew it. She knows it. She's feeling it. And so as she's getting set up with every single bit of her, look, 3 for 3 and from 3, 4 for 4 from the field. It's just efficiency, just knowing when to show up when your number's called. And that's what's happening right now.
Into double figures for a 7th time already this season, and flirting already with her AU best this season, which was 16 points. So she's just 5 points away from that. And most importantly, she has now won 31 quarters here at AU this season. So she is helping herself move up the leaderboard as she helps Team Smith win the first couple of quarters already today.
She's our little silent assassin, no?
I'm telling you. What do you expect to see adjustment-wise out of Team Hillman here in the second half? They've got some work to do.
Nas said she wants to stop ball. They've got to stop them in transition, because once they get past that line, they are ready to go and kick it into that high motor, that high drive, and really get the shot they want, especially closer to the basket. So, yep.
Definitely something to keep an eye on as we wrap up the basketball season here with Athletes Unlimited. Volleyball is getting set to start, and the players from both sports had a chance to get together. Here's some of the fun.
I love a volleyball-basketball crossover. You know, these are 2 of my favorite sports, and honestly, what I was most impressed with, you see Destiny on the floor just getting it. Teresa Plaisance, has a nice swing on the ball, okay? It doesn't matter if it's back row or front row. We saw her moving all around that ball, and what you saw right there, I think it was what it was, because I was looking at Cindy, but their double block in the middle, I was like, y'all better go.
Right.
But the funniest part was TP really gathering the girls. And saying, hey, we need to be better on this volleyball court. But I think they give them a run for their money.
Absolutely love to see it. Of course, Plaisance in that swing, big part of the reason why she leads AU in blocks with 19 and counting. We will see her in the second half of our doubleheader. But right now, we got to finish the second half of game 1. Alyssa Smith needing just 1 point for a double-figure game. Smith and Sims, the only players with double figures in every single game this season. And of course, Air Hearn already into double figures with 11 points to lead all scores. Nas Hillman has 10 to lead her team. But right now, the team in blue facing its largest deficit of the day, as it is Team Smith in orange up 45-38. Team Hillman with the basketball to start the second half. CeCe Andrews giving Cloud a little love tap before things get going.
Look at captain number 2.
I know, we are underway. Taking a look at the overall leaderboard. A reminder, a player's biggest moves can happen by winning quarters and games, as Alicia Gray finds success off the window. You see Odyssey Sims leading all of the 44 players in the league. Danny McCray moved up the leaderboard big time with a terrific week 4 as well. We'll keep you updated on where your favorite player stands on the leaderboard throughout the telecast. Tosh Cloud directing traffic with her team down just 5 now. Hillman leaves it short. Bradford is there for the rebound. She's got a handle and knows how to use it.
She sure does.
Coast to coast. Okay, Crystal.
That's that transition that Nas said we have to be mindful of.
Bradford now leading Team Smith in scoring with a dozen. As you continue to take a live look at the leaderboard. Positive plays rewarded, negative plays dinged. Alexi Brown with a terrific finish at the rim. Jordan Canada surveying with her team of 5. The captain. Double figures, it's just a thing for NaLyssa Smith.
Screaming out and one as
right?
she drew the contact, but it was not called.
11 points now and 9 rebounds. Double figures in every single game that she has played here in her rookie season of AU hoops.
I'm on rebound watch for NaLyssa.
She's got 10. If she gets 15, she will become the single season leader in the rebounding department, usurping Tiana Hawkins from a season ago, who finished with 165 rips. Ball goes out of bounds, and that will be Team Hillman basketball in blue. They always say the first couple minutes of a quarter are important, Ari. What have you seen that gives you a sense of who might come out with the victory here in this game?
I don't know, it's really, really neck and neck to me. You see the hustle down low, just trying to get the ball to the ample opportunity. And then Alicia Gray drawing the foul. So just really a lot of hustle and a lot of trying to find the best place on the floor to get that shot so that they can really come out with a successful quarter.
So Alicia Gray will head to the free throw line. They ticket Crystal Bradford for the personal. Gray's stroke is so luscious. 89% free throw shooter. She's hit 20 points on 5 separate occasions already here at AU. Gets the second one to go. So Gray is into double figures comfortably with 13, and the lead is just 5 for Team Smith in orange with the basketball. Courtney Williams. JC lost concentration for just a second, almost lost the basketball.
Yeah, they just kind of need to settle in with this, yes.
Williams, a terrific take. Team Smith adding to its lead. Tosh Cloud dumping it to her captain. Nas leaving it short. Rebound put back, no. And the foul is called.
As you see, Courtney will drive in and elevate and really, really penetrate and get that lay-in. It's just what she does.
It'll be Courtney Williams with the personal foul, her first. So Nas Hillman to the stripe, where she is shooting nearly 80% this AU season. Leaves that first one short.
I was talking to Courtney before the game, and she was saying how competitive this league has become, and Athletes Unlimited from year 1 to year 2, just the skill set and the quality has just really improved, and players know what to play for and just really want to come here and sharpen their skills, play against some of the best. And, you know, playing under NaLyssa, she's like, you know, that's the rook, you know, and just knowing that that's going to help her with her X's and O's. NaLyssa's able to see the game, and she, in a way she probably hasn't seen before. So Courtney really enjoys watching the, in her words, the youngins rise to the occasion. Young jits is, I think, what she says. That's a Florida slang.
I love it.
Georgia slang.
So it'll be Jordan Canada going to the free throw line. Gray with the personal foul. JC really enjoying her rookie run here in Athletes Unlimited Pro Hoops.
Yeah, I've loved Jordan's game so much. from her UCLA days. I think she's so pesky, and I love watching pesky players really get it done. And she's been developing her offense over the years, and just to see it grow like this has been really special. But again, I wouldn't want her locking me down. I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, she leads AU with 26 steals and counting coming into this game. She just added to the Team Smith in orange lead, 53-45, under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Walker just loses the handle. Canada is on the run and just overshoots Williams. She knows it.
You know, shake it off. Courtney's like, baby, you got to give me something better than that. She knows, and they will.
So Melissa Smith's group digs in on defense.
It seems to be like they're trying to regroup themselves a little bit and really be like, let's play the game we know how to play.
Facilitator Carlos Knox on hand for Melissa Smith this week as she tries to win the whole darn thing, starting today in second place on the leaderboard behind number 99, Odyssey Sims. Lexi Brown bouncing to her captain, Hillman, bouncing inside to Walker. Shot clock getting low, off the mark, and Smith is there for the rebound, and they're going to get Walker for the foul as well.
I don't like that foul at all.
Why?
I don't think she should have even attempted to reach in, but you know, when it's there down to your ankles, it gets a little sloppy down there. That's not what you want right there. You see right here, Melissa has it, and you know, Jasmine's just trying to get that extra touch, trying to be there how she knows how, but I just unnecessary at that point.
After that rebound, Melissa Smith needs 4 rips for the single season AU record. It's currently 165. Canada 3 is good.
I love that Canada 3 because I wouldn't have seen that a couple years ago, right? She's developed that shot, and it's just so special to watch, you know, a PG of that caliber get an outside shot like that.
Just her 3rd triple here at AU this season. Canada. Oh, show and go. Kicking it out to Lexi Hull. In and out. Rebound winds up with Hillman. And here comes the team in blue trying to cut into this now 11-point lead. Lexi Hull swinging it to her captain, Hillman. The bench points for Team Smith in flex mode. Advantage 13-0.
Oh, man.
Cloud had to get it up and misses everything, and the basketball turns back over to Team Smith in orange.
They've got to watch those. They've got to watch. Taking care of that basketball, maintaining possession, not having those turnovers that aren't necessary.
Little scoring drought for Team Hillman, better than 2 minutes. They've only been able to hit 1 of their last 7 field goal attempts, as Team Smith is enjoying its largest lead of the day, 11. Courtney swinging it back to Bradford. 3 on the way, off the mark. Battle for the rebound, won by Gray. Team Smith has already won the first quarter and the second quarter and is up by 4 in the third quarter. Gray, no. Courtney Williams looking for somebody wearing orange. JC pull-up jumper. Somebody is feeling good.
I love when she's heating up. She's heating up, and that's the offense. And I'm telling you, that offensive growth, love to see it.
8-0 run now for Team Smith in orange, broken up by who else? The vet, Cloud. Right now, though, Team Smith on top, 13-9 here in this quarter, in line to win those critical quarter points again. They've already won 100 quarter points total after winning the first and second quarter, respectively. Pass almost gets picked off.
I want you to pay attention to Tai Young. Nas says she does all the things, gets her hands in there, and is sneaky good in those ways. And so just keep your eye on OG is what y'all call it.
Number 1, you betcha. Cloud into her captain, Hillman, spinning. Blocked out of bounds by Crystal Bradford. So it is Jordan Canada's world here in the third quarter, and we're just living in it. She's flirting with double figures yet again and already has 5 dimes.
amazing piece of work right here. This is amazing art. You have something that's representative of being unlimited. There are unlimited interpretations of this piece of art. And it almost looked like organized chaos, which is life in itself. It's about all the tiny brushstrokes that you make throughout time in order to get to that end result. And what you end up with is something beautiful. So shout out to the artist. I love it. I feel like an art geek right now. And this is dope, man. See, Athletes Unlimited, always doing dope things. It's the place to be.
Sorry, that's inappropriate. All right, scratch that one. I should have just forwarded that to AU like this is a text, right? Shouldn't it be? No?
Got so much transition and pistol and stuff like that. I hope we don't have to run it. But when we do, please remember, like, we're not middle school. We can't forget plays. We ain't got but 5 or 6 of them.
Time that CD is involved, just get in the ball screen. Just give her a quick hesitation. She's trying to get back to her plan. The Hezzy's going to get you a leg up on either side. Anytime I have the ball, and you running, just give me a little quick run, but then come back, and I'm going to pitch it back to you.
Okay.
Trying to play.
Absolutely love me some Pokey Chapman. She comes into this game 14 up and 13 down. She wants to lead Team Hillman to a win. What has to change for the team in blue, Ari?
They have to stop these fast break points. It's absolutely ridiculous how they cannot get in front of Team Smith in transition.
To your point, 13-2 is the advantage for Team Smith in orange in the fast break bucket department. So under 4 minutes to go, and Lexi Hull will pick up a penalty for tripping Alicia Gray.
Seems like they just got a little caught up in the legs.
And Lexi's like, look, we're both moving fast, so something's gonna happen. I didn't mean to trip her.
Right, Lexi Hull has no bad bone in her body.
Looks like we're gonna have a review. So with that, we bring in a feature that we have here on Athletes Unlimited Pro Women's Basketball. And that is not only a replay review with a very talented referee and one John Fullalove. John, what are we looking at?
So, ladies, we have a personal foul that has been called. What the referees want to take a look at is whether the foul occurred before the ball was released on the throw-in, which will actually dictate a different penalty, okay? Possible free throws, okay?
Copy that, John. Thanks so much. So time to take a look at the replay. Ari, what do you see here?
I see them just getting tangled up. Just tangled up, and that's unfortunate. But I thought they were reviewing it for intentional. I was like, that's not a Lexi Hull thing.
No, that is not what she is known for. But she is known for a stopper, and you can always find number 11 in orange on the floor because she is defending the team's best player on the opposite side. So let's check back in with John Fullalove. John, what is it?
Ladies, the foul occurred, Hull making a foul on the cut prior to the ball being released on throw-in. So there'll be a one-shot penalty.
All right, thanks so much. So another opportunity for Team Hillman to cut into this lead. No time off the clock. Gray hits the free throw, and they get possession of the basketball. This could be a big swing.
I mean, I hope, man, for the case of Team Hillman.
Tosh Cole has checked in, trying to get something done against JC, and is whistled for steps.
You know, I hope Tosh Cole gets in the swing of things, gets her rhythm. She showed out last season. I wanted her to step up in week 5 and really showcase what we saw last season.
Yeah, she had double figures in 5 games already this season, an AU career high 29 points in week 3. So she, to your point, is definitely capable. The lead is 10 for Team Smith in orange. The captain, Melissa, double team. Cloud almost came up with the basketball, and it will still be Team Smith with the rock inbounding on the side. One of our favorite hoopers has checked into the chair for a chair chat. Courtney Williams, what's going on?
What's up with y'all, man? I ain't talked to y'all in a bit. Hey, and one, baby. Hey, we here.
Okay. You went 3-0 in week 1 as a captain.
Yeah, man.
So you know what it takes.
For sure.
If you go 3-0 this week, that just might give your captain the overall victory. What's it going to take to do that?
Man, hey, we gotta start and finish the same way. Nah, but I think it's gonna take exactly what we're doing out here right now. We got our intensity up on offense and defense. We letting our defense thrive our offense. So, you know, that's the way we need to play and keep playing that way. We got to make sure these girls don't go on the run.
You know, Courtney, we were talking before the game, and I actually mentioned this already on broadcast about the difference between year 1 and year 2. What have you seen as the biggest difference?
I think the competition. You know, I think it's some people out here that's some dogs, man.
List them out, Courtney. List them out. Who's a dog?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna give them too much. But nah, man, it's been fun. It's definitely been fun. I think the competition, everybody coming out here every night and competing, and you know, I think it's definitely a great thing going on.
Courtney, let's talk about the level of IQ of the 44 players that are here, because I see you guys adjusting on the fly night in and night out, where other teams, like in the W, you figured they would need 2 or 3 practices to get it right, and you guys are just doing it on the fly.
Right. I mean, you kind of don't have a choice. You know, you kind of don't have a choice. I think with playing Wednesday, then having to bounce it all back Friday and Saturday, you kind of got to make them adjustments real quick. And it's week 5, so we kind of know tendencies at this point. Teams kind of look the same, just minor differences. So, you know, I think we figured it out like halfway through week 2, week 3. And now I think, you know, the scouting report is pretty much the same at this point.
You know, Courtney, you're bringing the energy always, and this is completely unrelated to what's happening on the court right now. I need to know how you get hyped for the game and how you bring this energy every single night.
Man, I'm hyped regardless. That's just me.
Period.
It's in my body. It's in my body, man. That's just me as a person. So it's nothing that I have to do. It's no magic potion. It's just who I am.
We need to know if Don is going to make an appearance.
Hey, man, he told me that he was going to try and make it out here this last week. So hopefully he definitely make that appearance, because so many people have been asking me about him. He definitely got to come out here and show face.
Who's a true superstar in that
family? Him, for sure. He made me.
Period.
So Team Smith on top, 61 and 52. So it's Dad that's getting it done, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, big move. Yes, sir.
Smith at the rim. Okay, you have had a front row seat to watch Nalissa grow in this now 5-week run here at AU. How is she different today versus day 1?
She not, and I think that's the beautiful thing about her, right? She's consistent. She runs the floor. Look at her now. She runs the floor hard. That's tough. She runs the floor hard. I think the biggest thing, though, I haven't been on her team much, but, you know, with her just being a young player, I think just her leadership and just seeing her grow in that aspect, having to lead a team at a young age, having to lead vets. You know, I think that's tough to do at times, and I think she's been doing a great job of it.
I like the way y'all push pace. What was said before the game about facing off against Team Hillman?
Exactly what you said. Make sure we push the pace. Make sure we sit down. We got to win all the 50-50 balls. Just playing hard, man. We got to outwork them.
All right, Court, thanks so much for the time. Right now, you guys are up 2 in this quarter. You can make it 3 in a row here if you close out strong. I bet you're getting set to check back in, huh?
For sure. Appreciate that.
All right, thanks. Thanks for stepping into a chair chat. Courtney Williams.
I love hearing from Courtney. Oh, such a burst of energy.
Yes. Team Smith on top 20-16. Third quarter winding down, just a minute to go. Team Smith in line to win the third quarter. Naz Hillman drawing her team within a bucket. So these possessions critical here as the third quarter winds down.
As we were in the middle of that chair chat, she was really doing work right under the basket, and that's what Naz does.
Canada assessing, trying to get around the corner on Cole, trying to swing it back to either Hall or Smith. It's off the mark. JC points to her chest, says, my bad. And so Team Smith is going to have to dig in on defense, because on this possession, Hillman can tie or take the lead here in the third quarter with those 50 points per player on the roster on the line. Team Hillman could win a quarter for the first time today right here. Bouncing to the captain, Hillman, who earns a trip to the free throw line. She can't tie it with the bucket, but she can do it at the stripe.
Even when she doesn't finish, she gets on that line. So again, the production under the basket has really been solid for this quarter for Team Hillman.
So again, the score this quarter, advantage Team Smith 20-18, and those 50 player points per person on the roster on the line. Hillman looking to equalize this quarter at 20 up. She gets the first free throw to go, a 79% free throw shooter. Highest draft pick ever out of the University of Michigan.
You know, she comes from a family of pro athletes. She's a third-generation college player, second-generation pro. You know, Christina Williams and Savannah were talking about this in their pregame show last week. But just knowing that you come from a family, an athletic family like that, you have no choice but to be destined for greatness.
And her greatness has tied everything at 20 here in the third quarter. Shot clock and game clock very similar. Shot clock into single digits. Canada trying to get it to Hall. Somebody's got to get it up. Airhern does. In and out. And Ty Young is there for the rebound. Shot clock is off. And that is how the quarter will end. Those quarter points will roll over to the fourth quarter of play as we end the third quarter all level at 20 points apiece. So those quarter points going to the fourth quarter. Yes, the medals have been all spit shined. We're crowning a champion later this week.
I just feel like you're such an inspiration to so many people and for so many different reasons. But what advice would you give your younger self?
That's one of the hardest questions, right? I'm not perfect. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I feel like I've always been a person that you learn more from your failures and your mistakes than you do from your successes. Yeah. But through those failures and mistakes, those lessons that you learn make those successes a lot more like enjoyable, right? I think, you know, it's really hard out here for young kids, but especially young women, and then adding on young Black women, right? Black and brown women. So just owning that, owning my Blackness, owning being Black is beautiful, Black joy, all those things that I kind of struggled to feel and embrace until I was in my 20s. Really just finding out who I was in my core and owning that.
Well, I appreciate you coming to chat with
appreciate
me, Bob.
you
You know
I got drool and...
Okay, we'll hug.
Give a hug.
Okay.
Young, blocked in the mid-range by Izzy. Cole with her head up, leaving it for Burkholder. Hudson with the spin and the finish.
giving our choices. We using our voices, helping the voiceless. We stand for a cause, not fighting for straws. We changing the laws, we give it our all. It's a bigger picture, we paint the walls. We are unlimited. Look at the game, we changing it all. We unified on the front line for the one time, cause it's one grind, no divide. When we ride, use one voice, then we shine. Stand up now, unannounced. Hold on, hear me out. Say it loud, cause every moment really counts.
Every moment does indeed count. It is Nalissa Smith leading her team up 65-58. She has 188 AU points in this game, north of 5,300 for the season in second place. And oh, by the way, her 11 double-doubles this season match the mark set by Tiana Hawkins last season, and all Tiana did was win the whole darn thing, Ari.
It's going to be a fight to the finish, I'm telling you. I know we still have to watch Odyssey play, but Nalissa has really given it her all and has really performed in a way that she can land to the top of that leaderboard.
Smith just 2 rebounds away from setting the single-season AU record as well, so we'll keep you updated on that as the fourth quarter is underway. Smith trying to spin out of the double, and Cole picking up the errant pass, gets the finish, wanted the foul, didn't get it.
Take what's yours, Taj Cole. Such a hard worker, and it was exemplary. It was expressed in that play.
First points by any bench player for Team Hillman with that Cole bucket. So the lead that was once 13 for Team Smith is down to 5. And it will be Team Smith basketball underneath with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Nobody won that third quarter. We were all level at 20. So those 50 quarter points roll over to this fourth quarter. And now Tai Young gets whistled, and she can't believe it.
What I liked was the off-ball defense by Natasha Cloud, and just staying on top of Lexi Hull so she couldn't get that ball.
So with a 5-point advantage, Canada takes over at the point. I'm still adjusting to the fact she's not in a gold jersey for the first time here at AU this season.
So strange.
Crystal Bradford short on the 3. Lexi Hull with the O board, giving her team another opportunity. Courtney Williams whistled for traveling. Quizzical look on Court's face.
Courtney said that travel was crazy, so let's see what she does this next possession.
It's Pokey Chapman calling out the play for Team Hillman. Foul away from the basket.
I love the way Pokey Chapman leads. She's so into it, so animated, and just really wants the best for these players.
Seattle Storm so lucky to have her as an assistant coach. It'll be Team Hillman ball on the side. Gray throwing it in. Tosh Cole trying to get something against Williams.
She said, since you didn't call the foul the first time, I'm going to drive again and dare you not to call it.
So the Williams foul will send Taj Cole to the free throw line. She was scoreless on Saturday, so you know Cole wants to continue to work. So far, representative of the only bench points for Team Hillman with 2, make it 3. To celebrate Champions Weekend, we're giving you 50% off the Unlimited Club. You can sign up now for just $10 to vote for MVP and help crown our 2023 champ. Head to auprosports.com/membership and use champions to join the Unlimited Club today. So the lead that was once 13 is down to just 3 for Team Smith. Nalissa Smith and company needing a bucket. Little daylight. Whipping the pass for the open 3, and Hull delivers. Great vision by the captain. Gray back to Hillman. Canada almost came up with the steal. Hillman harassed and harangued. Cloud, mid-range. Back iron. Courtney Williams poking the basketball away. Jordan Canada coming up with it, getting it to Lexi Hull. That's Pac-12 to Pac-12. UCLA Stanford there working beautifully, increasing the lead Team Smith now up 70-62, but only up 1 point here in this fourth and final quarter. Alicia Gray can't believe after all that contact that traveling is the call.
You know, it's almost a game of where's Lexi? So you saw how the defense got up at the top and they were able to find her. And again, Lexi's getting out in front, running the floor like Team Smith has been doing, and just finishing under the basket.
Lexi Hall into double figures for a 9th time this season. She's got 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting. She's hit a couple of threes, and as always, stuffing the stat sheet with 4 dimes and a few rebounds as well. Courtney Williams leaving it for Bradford. We have a Crystal Bradford sighting. It's 16 points total for her, the majority of those coming in the first half of play.
You saw early on Crystal Bradford was setting the tone for herself and saying, hey, this is my game today. I mean, you know, for the leaderboard aside, I'm going to take control, and that's a glimpse of what we saw the first half. And then Taj Cole, I want you to finish, baby.
I think she was surprised she got so open underneath.
It's always shocking as a player. It's just like the lane is wide open for me.
Melissa Smith doesn't get the roll. Battle for the rebound goes out of bounds. Let's check in with our sideline reporter extraordinaire, Mary-Louise Cook.
Well, I've got Danny McCray here, my hometown girl, fellow West Palm Beach Floridian over here, so we love that. Now, you're going to be playing in the next game. You're a part of Team Sims this week, going to be taking on Team Harrison. With Izzy not having been a captain since week 2, how is your team prepared for that?
I think that we just got to make sure that at all times that we stop Izzy. You know, she had a lot of great players on her team. You know, Kelsey Mitchell as well. Just stopping those players, making sure they're not having as great as a night that we know they can have.
Now, you had a fantastic week 4 and shot up the leaderboard. What kind of confidence does that give you heading into this final week of AU Pro Hoops?
Oh, it's a lot of confidence. I think with AU, with the team switching around so much, it's something that you always have to keep aware of, that you try to find your confidence, try to find your flow. So that gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of ease into how I want to play my game.
Well, there's a lot of intensity heading into this final week for obvious reasons. I think there's a lot of people being very sentimental this week. What are some of the things that you've appreciated about this season so far that you're going to miss?
Oh, just everybody, all the girls. Like, I've made so many new friends. Just meeting the old friends from season 1. It's great to have so many great players around, so many amazing personalities. Just going to miss all of them, for sure.
What more do you want to accomplish in this final week of AU Pro Hoops?
Just being consistent, just always striving to be better, and just continuing to play and have fun.
Awesome. We'll look forward to seeing more Danny McCray, West Palm Beach, a girl in action next game. Thank you so much, Danny.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, ladies, back to you.
Mary-Louise, thanks so much. Appreciate you. A reminder, at 8:30 Eastern, it's Team Sims, led by Odyssey Sims, the overall points leader, taking on Team Harrison, led by Captain Izzy Harrison. That comes your way at 9:30 Eastern time.
You know, Danny really nailed it. This is such a family. Just having one location for 5 weeks straight, you have no choice but to bond with the players and really make friends and develop a chemistry with people that you wouldn't otherwise get to play with. So just seeing season 2's players come together. Season 1, I know we had a series called All on the Table where we candidly talked to each other, and a lot of players didn't know each other. By the end of that season 1, they were so familiar with each other. Such a family, and that's what Athletes Unlimited is all about, creating a family vibe and just being able to play with everyone.
Terrific point, Ari. It is Team Hillman that needs time to discuss. It's a 10-0 run for Team Smith in orange over the last 2.5 minutes as Team Smith is trying to create some separation and win this decisive fourth quarter. And it would be huge because that means that Team Smith would sweep the entire quarter point totals that could be available in this game, in addition to the 150 win points. So 250 points on the line. This is ridiculous.
Life comes at you fast, right? And then when Lexi Hull gets into rhythm and Crystal Bradford does the Crystal Bradford things that we saw in the first half, how do you stop it?
The balance for Team Smith so impressive, as well as they have 5 players in double figures, led by Crystal Bradford, to your point, Ari, with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Melissa Smith just 1 rebound away from setting a new AU Pro Hoops rebounding record for a single season. And why is that important? Averaging a double-double. It's how NaLyssa Smith has been able to stay tethered to Odyssey Sims for that top spot. If you finish 1 at the end of this, when it's all said and done, you are the champion, joining Tiana Hawkins in that category for basketball. Anybody else jump out at you on this leaderboard, Ari, that could eclipse either NaLyssa or Odyssey?
I am looking at Isabel Harrison. This game is designed for her to just exercise her efficiency and really, really produce during the game. And so I'm really looking forward to what she's going to bring as captain next game.
And she knows what to do. She finished 3rd on the leaderboard last season, did Izzy, and she was also AU's first defensive player of the year. So Harrison is not going to mess around starting in game 2 of our doubleheader.
I'm looking at Kirsten Bell too. Honestly, KB in those threes.
Okay, listen. When I first signed up for this and I found out Belle was playing, I was so excited because in her rookie season with the Aces, we really didn't get to see her full package. She's got it all. And what really surprises me is how beautifully she distributes the basketball. On Saturday night, she set an AU career high for herself personally, 10 dimes.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow. And she knows how to, you know, I keep saying roll, but she knows how to play her role as whatever her team needs that week. If they need her to score, she's out there scoring. If they need her to distribute, she can get the assist. And so I'm proud of her for that, and I'm proud that she has a space that she can shine, and that's exactly what the Athletes Unlimited League is about.
So Smith will tie the record for AU single season rebounding with 1. She will break it with 2 more rebounds. So 1 to tie, 2 to set the record and own it all by herself.
I believe that she can get it. I do.
Smith didn't like that foul call. Jasmine Walker heading to the free throw line. Yeah, betting that the league's best rebounder is going to rebound some more.
Who would have thought?
I like those odds.
We have a lot of time left. It's going to happen sooner than later, Cindy.
So Walker heads to the free throw line where she is the best free throw shooter in AU. And of course she misses the
broadcast jinxed.
I got to wear that. I got to wear that. I was so proud of her. 96% coming into this game. Nobody was shooting better at the stripe than Jasmine. She gets the second one to go. Team Hillman needing that point to stop a 10-0 run by Team Smith.
Anything to slow them down, right?
Right? The offense has just been flowing. NaLyssa kicking it to the corner. 3 on the way by Hull. No. Battle for the rebound. 1 by Walker. Smith almost had it, but Walker wound up with it. And then Jordan Canada, the AAU steals leader, tried to take it away.
That's that pesky defense. That's that pesky defense.
And for young boys and girls at home, that's what earns you playing time.
Absolutely. I love that pesky defense.
Yes, every level of basketball. If you can defend, you will play.
That's why I'm going to keep an eye out for Lexi Brown when the possession switches, because I love the way she plays defense too.
Tosh Cloud trying to find some daylight, kicking it back to her captain at the elbow. No. Battle for the rebound, won by Lexi Brown. 3 ball off the mark, and Smith is there. She's got the 14 rebounds as she watches Bradford connect. Bradford leading her team with 18 points to go along with 6 rebounds. So the next rebound for NaLyssa Smith will be an AU single season record. Nas Hillman, no, but earns a trip to the stripe. Air Hearn getting set to check in for Team Smith. Bradford picking up her 5th personal foul. That could affect things down the stretch. We've got 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter of play on a terrific evening in Dallas.
That took us like 15 seconds, more than that, like 20. We had like people, they would get the first part and then forget the later part, but we did good. I think it was a good product, finished product. I wish in another life that I wish in this life I had been a dancer. I feel like it's so cool to be able to just like hear counts and like get stuff so quickly. Like it takes me a minute, but once again, I've never been a dancer. But like Izzy can dance. We got people on the team who can dance. I don't think anybody's been like a trained dancer. Just, you know, something to make sure you also having fun while we're out here playing basketball together and competing. Like it was just a cool little thing to do. We got a dancing group. We'll probably be dancing all week. It's March Madness, the big dance. All right, fans, so you can find me on Instagram at Sid J. Colson. Tune in all season, but for behind the scenes looks, watch my IG, because I will be back on live.
Athletes Unlimited Basketball is brought to you by the Air National Guard. To learn how you can serve your way, head to goang.com. This week, it is all about the hardware. Athletes Unlimited Basketball will hold its closing ceremony following Saturday's last game between Team Smith and Team Sims to recognize the top 4 finishers on the leaderboard. As you take a look at the Week 5 schedule, anything jump out at you here, Art?
The Week 5 schedule, I was still stuck on the medal. It's just such a nice medal, and this be able to sign the Book of Unlimited, knowing that you fulfilled the season and just made it through those 5 weeks is really special.
Yeah, it will be including the champion getting recognized. We'll have the league's all defensive team, defensive player of the year, and as well, the medals will be presented by members of the Player Executive Committee. As Hillman gets the free throw to go, she's got her 6th double-double of the season now with 18 points and 10 rebounds. You talk about leading by example.
I mean, just getting up under everything, just calling exactly what she wants. She wants to rally her team to win 1 quarter at least.
Can't get that one to fall. It is Team Smith on top in this 4th and final quarter with under 5 minutes to go. 12-6 with 100 leaderboard points on the line because we were tied after the 3rd quarter at 20 points apiece. Bradford spinning, can't hit, gets the rebound, put back follow. So Bradford leading all scorers with 20 points.
Not giving up on that shot. She said, I want what's mine.
Alicia Gray buries the triple. Boy, did Team Hillman need that. Let's check in with Mary Louise Cook. Mary Louise, what do you have?
Thanks, Cindy. Team Hillman was fairly quiet in their last huddle, but facilitator Pokey Chapman was motivating and encouraging and letting them know that they are still in this game. She said there's a shot clock, there are free throws, and there are 3-pointers in this game. 1 possession at a time was her message to the team.
To her point, thanks, Mary Louise, Team Hillman is only down by 5 in this quarter, so they could still win the quarter and get some leaderboard points along the way that would really help their captain, Naz Hillman, who is just on the outside looking in of that top 4 spots on the leaderboard.
I think Crystal Bradford just got a little too active right there. She didn't necessarily need to do that, but sends Naz right back on the line, rallying her team like she wants to do.
And this is perfect for the team in blue, led by the captain Hillman at the free throw line, because the clock stops and you're scoring the basketball. So the lead for Team Smith in this 4th quarter down to 4. Hillman can make it 3, and she does. One possession separating these two teams in the fourth quarter of play. Yes, the margin is 10 in the game, but Team Hillman keeps chipping away here in this quarter and in the game as well.
Yep, you saw Lexi step to Jordan, just making sure she doesn't clear the court without, you know,
this matchup between Gray and Hall.
Make it aggressive, I love it.
Right? So Gray picking up her second personal foul. Hull heading to the free throw line, looking to add to her 11 points on the day. She also has 4 rebounds and 4 assists.
Just all over the place. That's what Lexi does. She just can get anything that you need from her done.
Hull increasing the lead for Team Smith in the quarter. Now 4. Make it 5. Under 4 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Team Hillman in blue has a lot of work to do.
Look at these two right here.
It's just epic basketball. The one-on-one matchup between Gray and Hull. It's the team's best defender on both sides guarding one another.
Yep.
Although Jordan Canada might want to take issue with that. But I'm going to say at the same position.
At the same, face to face.
Let me just qualify that.
Face to face.
Asterisk. Alicia Gray gets that first free throw to go. She's got 20 points, something she has done 6 times this season here at AU.
She's getting those points in different ways, too. You see Lexi putting up so much more pressure on Jordan right now, just making sure she doesn't clear the floor like she has been this whole time.
Lydia Rivers has checked in for Alyssa Smith and company. Courtney Williams on the floor, joining Lexi Hull. Jordan Canada for these final 3.5 minutes. Courtney Williams off the mark, battle for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will go to Team Hillman. Alyssa Smith is like, I'm not sure about that. I was trying to get my record rebound. What are you doing?
Get out of my way.
Right?
But that was good discipline by Lexi, just to come down and not make the contact.
Cloud, nobody picked up the basketball, so now it's a 1-point lead for Team Smith in this fourth quarter, 16-15. The lead 81-73 in the game. And because things are so snug, Team Smith wants to talk about it and make sure that they sweep these quarter points. A reminder, for every 3-pointer made during this year's Athletes Unlimited basketball season, Aspiration is ready to spend some cash, committing to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 3,620 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration support. And thanks to the efforts of Team Smith, 70 more trees have been planted as they have gone 7 for 19 from long range, with Air Hearn hitting 3 of 4 from deep.
That is so many trees and forestry that we have going on thanks to our sharpshooters out there.
I'm telling you what, that is outstanding. The 3-ball has kind of let Team Hillman down, just 3 of 13 from distance. But you wouldn't know it in this fourth and final quarter of play, as 1 point is separating Team Smith from Team Hillman in the fourth quarter.
They are not trying to go out without winning a quarter themselves.
100%. Team Smith with the lead in the game, 81-73. The lead was as big as 15 at one point for Team Smith. And it was just a few moments ago, late third quarter, early into the fourth. But Team Hillman, to their credit, have been chipping away. Reminder, the third quarter ended in a tie, so those 50 win points at the end of the third quarter rolling over to this fourth and final quarter. So 100 quarter points on the line, in addition to 150 win points.
I mean, no pressure to rally back or anything.
Lexi Hull ran out of real estate.
They're trying to set her up over there, though. There's been plenty of times she's cut over to that corner, and they want to find her open there, but that was just an unfortunate situation right there.
Tosh Cloud picks up the basketball. Jasmine Walker, 3 on the way. That's nice.
Honestly, I was confident in that, Cindy. Didn't even flinch.
She's into double figures with 11. So the fourth three of the night, making things super snug here in the fourth quarter as Team Hillman has taken the lead in the quarter by 2 and are only down by 5 in the game. Jordan Canada trying to bounce to Rivers. Ball goes out of bounds. Critical possession here. And right now, Naz Hillman has been asked by Tosh Cloud for a replay review for possession, something that we can do here in AU. We get one captain's challenge in the first 38 minutes of the game, another captain's challenge in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. So let's check in with our replay official, John Fullalove. John, what are we looking at here?
Ladies, you have a captain's challenge on an out-of-bounds play that has been awarded on the floor to Team Orange.
Okay.
So take a look at it.
So Team Smith awarded the basketball. Ari, what do you see here? Ooh.
Yep, that last touch. That last. Okay,
we have 4 different
angle.
Looks.
Rivers has the ball now.
That's tough to see because bodies are in the way.
I don't know if it, I would say Rivers had last touch to me.
Tosh Cloud was pretty confident in giving that replay signal.
You see Tosh grabs it here, and then you see Rivers' hand go right under. I don't know if that's enough to overturn it, though. Right?
Decisive play right here with a 5-point advantage for Team Smith in orange. And we saw this Saturday night from Team Smith. They had the victory in their back pocket, and Odyssey Sims and company just kept chipping away and found a way to get the victory.
Look at Rivers' right hand. Let's see.
Great job by our crew at Ross Productions.
Left hand.
By giving us all these different looks. Lydia Rivers just trying to do her darndest to hang on to the basketball. Right now, it's a 7-0 run by Team Hillman, which Tosh Cloud is very aware of as the point guard on the floor. She knows time and score, what's at stake, and she's trying to put her team in a position to succeed.
Especially when they finally pulled ahead. Very, very important to just hang on to that and just keep that.
Let's check back in with our replay official, John Fullalove.
Ladies, per this review on multiple angles, we don't have enough to overturn this play. Looks like we have Rivers as well as McLeod with the hand on the ball as the ball goes out of bounds. So not enough evidence. We're going to go with the play on the floor as it's called.
Okay, so the play on the floor as called would give it to Team Smith, and that's huge.
Yeah, like I was saying, I was trying to twist and turn my head to find the different angles that would.
We don't want you to hurt anything you might need later, Ari, because we need you for the second half of the doubleheader.
I am not an official either.
Right? So it's a 7-0 run by Team Hillman as Walker has her 9th double-figure scoring game this year. Jasmine Walker a part of this 7-0 run by Team Hillman. So 2:24 on the clock, and it is Nalissa Smith's team on top, 81-76 in the game, but it's Team Hillman leading this quarter, 18-16. Team Smith with the basketball. Shot clock getting low. Jordan Canada with the take. And gets the roll. Canada now with 14. So we have a tie at 18 points apiece here in the fourth quarter, and a foul away from the basketball. I'm sorry, Ari, you were saying?
I said nothing of substance. Just CeCe's victory dance over there.
There's nothing to celebrate yet, CeCe. Slow your roll. Foul away from the basketball, sending Naz Hillman back to the free throw line. The captain has been terrific at the stripe, 6 of 8, and gets the roll. She's got 21 points to go along with 11 rebounds as the run continues for Team Hillman.
Right, no broadcast curse there, and it seems like lately every other time we blink, she's on the free throw line, so she's doing what she has to do to get there.
Team Hillman with the lead in the quarter by 2. And now only down by 5 in the game with 2 minutes to go. So much on the line for both of these teams here in the first game of the final week of Athletes Unlimited Season 2. Courtney Williams blocked by Gray. Gray gets it back. Little hezzy, spin. And Gray jumps it in. Gray's got 23 to lead Team Hillman. The lead, 1 possession. Jordan Canada blocked at the cup. An opportunity for Team Hillman to tie the game on this possession. They were down by as many as 15. Late third quarter, early fourth quarter. Cloud,
fighting.
triple, in and out. The hoop just wouldn't have it. Team Hillman leading this quarter, 22-18, and those 50 win points that could prove huge for Naz Hillman as captain and atop the leaderboard chase, because this quarter is worth 100 quarter win points.
And let me tell you, they are fighting to the finish, right? 2 blocks in a row. Let's see what this defense is looking like right now.
Shot clock getting low. Hull had to get it up off the front iron. Battle for the rebound. They're going to get Lydia Rivers for the foul.
And Alicia is tough as nails, I'll tell you. But Team Hillman back on the free throw line. They can find themselves there, and they are really rallying to win this quarter.
And this is a great lesson for the kids at home. The 15-foot uncontested shot will win you games. Team Hillman, 26 of 29 at the stripe. Gray, a perfect 7 for 7. And they have been able to come back and are in position to win this quarter and the 100 win points that go along with it, 22-18.
We need to make sure that mid-range is not lost on us.
Right.
Pulling up from the 15-foot line.
So Nalissa Smith trying to hang on to the victory. So we have a challenge now on the loose ball foul that sent Naz Hillman, the captain, or excuse me, Alicia Gray, back to the free throw line. So with that challenge, we need to check in with our replay official, John Fullalove. John, what are we looking at here?
The call on the floor is a loose ball foul, and we're going to take a look at that and get right back to you.
All right, thanks so much. As we look at the replay, Ari, what do you see?
Let's look at it here. I wouldn't have called that. I would have just, no. There's bodily contact right there. Actually, that angle. God, the angles matter, right?
They do. That's why we have several of them.
Yep. That body, she's stepping into her. That's absolutely, that's a foul.
All right, let's check back in with John Fullalove. What do we have?
Ladies, the play on the floor stands as called. There's contact on the intruding player, number 26, Orange, as she moves into the space of Gray. Call on the floor stands.
Thanks so much, John. Appreciate you.
Saw her leave that body in, and that's where the contact was initiated, and that's what ultimately led to that.
And again, that's a matter of player safety, right? You want to make sure that the player has the ability to land, and we saw Gray go flying, so there was obviously some contact. So Gray at the free throw line to add to Team Hillman's lead in this quarter. She gets the roll, and now we just have a 2-point game. Those 150 win points that were sitting so comfortably in Nalissa Smith's pocket just 5 minutes ago, gone.
I hope Nalissa doesn't have PTSD from this again.
This is exactly what happened to her on Saturday. So here we go. Team Hillman has come all the way back from down by as many as 15. And now it is Team Smith with the lead, 83-82.
Their defense and ability to convert and get on that free throw line have been the difference makers in this last few minutes of the game.
Courtney Williams off the mark. And so with 21 seconds to go in the game, Team Hillman wants to talk about it. Pokey Chapman laughing. Didn't you see me jumping up and down like a lunatic, calling timeout? Please pay attention to me.
The most animated person ever.
I know what I'm doing because Pokey wants to win this. She has a winning record as a facilitator here in her second season with Athletes Unlimited Pro Women's Basketball. She's 14 up and 13 down, and not only brings joy to the sideline, but she brings some grit.
She does, she does. That's the definition of Pokey Chapman. She gets the best out of her players and makes them play hard. And it's not much convincing, right? You have players like Natasha Cloud that just love to play hard. Naz Hillman, who loves to play hard. Lexi, who loves to play gritty and just have that secure defense. Alicia, who's not afraid of anything. It's just cutthroat type of behavior, and that's what Pokey Chapman really encourages.
So it's been a 13-2 run over the last 3 minutes and change to put us in this position. Team Hillman in line to win the quarter, now leading by 6. So that's 100 win points as the third quarter points roll over here to the fourth quarter. Now 150 more win points are on the line based on the outcome of the game. So 100 points look very comfortable for Team Hillman. To not let Team Smith sweep all of the quarter wins, that's huge. And then 150 win points could also swing to Team Hillman depending on what happens on this possession. 83-82 is the advantage for Team Smith in orange that takes the floor playing defense against Team Hillman that needs a basket, perhaps to win the whole darn thing, the quarter and the game.
This is giving me March Madness, just PTSD
on steroids,
too. It's
man.
like, it's giving down to the wire. Can we not relax? Can we not take a break?
No, we
from this
cannot.
madness?
Think how Indiana, 1 seed, had a win, lost it. Hello,
I don't even
Miami.
want to talk about the tournament right now
Okay.
because NC State has no parts in it right now, and I'm upset.
Tosh Cloud, no. Rebound, putback, no. Nas Hillman, rebound, putback,
Extra
yes.
effort, and you see it
With
right there.
3 seconds to go on the clock. The captain comes through. Nas Hillman with 24 points and 12 rebounds.
Look at Pokey leaning with the foot up and everything. Just leaning.
If this isn't the power of an O board, I don't know what is, as Team Hillman has taken its first lead since the second quarter, and you know Nas wants this. That reaction says it all.
I just want to be over there like, yeah, just like Natasha. Yeah.
So Hillman completing the three-point play the old-fashioned way, so Team Smith calling the timeout. Team Smith does not have an opportunity to win the quarter points, but the game is still in play. So 85-83 is the count as we take a look at what just transpired, Ari.
Yep, we see Nas perfectly positioned, or this is Alicia Gray perfectly positioned. And Nas is right there to get that board and sink that in. But, you know, what I'm looking forward to is how NaLyssa adjusts to rally up her team together and really be a leader right now. This is why there's such importance in captain and who's going to step up when it's time to step up. You see an energized and a momentum swing towards Team Hillman. How can you combat that? How can you stop that? How can you turn it to your favor? And so I'm interested to see what NaLyssa, how she rallies her team into finishing this game like how we thought would finish. But honestly, did we think that? Because the way Athletes Unlimited is set up, it's back and forth, and you just never know. Nothing's safe until the end of regulation. But how has NaLyssa Smith been able to get her team together?
So it's a 9-0 run for Team Hillman. Final possession of the game. And now Courtney Williams has to call timeout again. It was almost a 5-second violation as nobody wearing an orange jersey could get open.
I mean, look how they're fired up. You see them walking off to gather around Pokey Chapman, but they know that they've been so solid defensively in the past, few minutes alone, and just knowing that they can put a stop and shake them up, rattle it up. You see Courtney trying to look for the open, but they are glued to them. We want to talk about tethered. That's tethered right there. And so Courtney was forced to call a timeout.
Taj Cole was playing some of the best defense against Jordan Canada that has been played this AU season, making sure the point guard could not get open.
And that's the hard work that I'm talking about. Taj Cole, she has so much pride in her game, so much pride for her teammates. She didn't want to make that easy.
So Lexi Hull to inbound now, as it's not Courtney Williams to inbound. She finds JC. JC losing the handle, got to get it up. And it does not go. And with one of the biggest comebacks we have seen this AU season, what a statement to start the week for Team Hillman. winning that fourth quarter, 27-18, picking up 100 points, and then winning the game as well, taking its first lead since the second quarter in the closing seconds. What a way to get 250 quick points.
I am shook, Cindy. We were just talking about this. Does Nalissa get PTSD? Is she shook by this same thing happening? The opponent being able to rally their team together again and get it back in their favor. Jordan Canada had a nice heave. Off balance look, it was just never in their favor right there, but you see the energy that they have right now.
Naz Hillman with 15 of her points coming in the fourth quarter. So she had scored 10 points throughout the game, and then 15 huge points by Naz, and helping her own cause as she sits third on the leaderboard. We have yet to factor in the MVP votes as well. First place, 90 points. Second place, 60 points. Third place will be 30 points. So once again, our final score is Naz Hillman's team winning 85-83. Be sure to join us at the bottom of the hour as Team Sims takes on Team Harrison. If you don't love Week 5 with AU, check your pulse for Ari Chambers, Mary Louise Cook, and our entire crew. I am Cindy Brunson. We will see you back here for more drama in the second half of our doubleheader.